Alright. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I'm Davidgotkicks. Welcome to a brand new video. This year, 2018, I've been dropping a lot more videos, especially custom videos. And I've been seeing a lot of comments asking me questions, how I got started, how to get started. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to tell you guys on how I got started customizing sneakers. It all started when I was 13 years old in 8th grade. That's when I first started getting into sneakers, and my sneaker knowledge and passion just blew up. It all started with the Nike SBs. Nike SBs had so many different concepts and colors. I didn't have a job at the time because I was in 8th grade. Most 8th graders don't have jobs. So I decided to sell candy at school. My parents would take me to Costco, Smart & Final, pretty much any store that you can get bulk candies. At Costco, you can get a variety pack of 30 different candies for about $10. You sell one candy each for $1, that's 30 bucks right there, $20 profit. And no one else was doing it at my school except the school store. And I believe the school store was selling them for about 25 cents more. So your boy was slanging that candy. I did that for about half the school year, made a decent amount of money. Of course, I was in 8th grade, so it wasn't nothing crazy. But with that money, I was able to purchase my first pair of Nike SBs from the CCS catalog. I would have sold candy much longer during the school year, but I got caught, and my teacher decided to give my candy away to everyone in class. My mans didn't even pay for it. But hey, I got my shoes, got a nice matching outfit with it, and I wore those every other Friday. And I just love the color of them so much. That was pretty much where it all began, because then I started looking into restorations, and then I saw more into customizing sneakers. And this is what I thought of. You can spend thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes that someone else will most likely have, or you can spend about $20 through $50 worth of Angelus products and create your own sneaker that for sure no one else will have. I always wanted to stand out from everyone with the shoes that I had. Selling candy in high school is not really the thing to do. I was a certified soccer referee, and that was pretty much my job throughout high school. Every weekend I'd go to the park, ref a couple games for the kids, and you know, it was dope, and it was not bad at all. For those of you who are curious about being a soccer referee, maybe you want to be a soccer referee, I don't know how much they pay now, but back then you could be a sideline ref. They would pay you about $25 for a good hour game. Pretty much $25 an hour. And then if you ref the higher level games, they would give you up to $45 through $50. But you know, I wasn't about that life. I didn't want to spend thousands of dollars on sneakers. I remember the most expensive sneaker that I ever bought during my high school time was about $200, and that hurt me. That was a lot of money just to be spent on a pair of shoes that someone else would probably have. I was a member on ISS, Soul Collector Sneaker Forums, and I would look at pages and pages of people doing custom sneakers, and I always thought, that is so dope. I want to try that out one day. I don't know how to paint, I don't know what materials I need, but I'm gonna try that one day. Couple years go by, I still haven't touched a pair of sneakers. I restored a pair of my friend's white cement 3s. I just did a quick repaint on the midsole because those were cracking, and they came out alright. They ended up cracking a couple days later, but they came out alright for being my first ever restoration. My first ever sneaker custom. This is the first time I took a regular looking sneaker and transformed it into a whole different sneaker. And at the time, this shoe was not released, so I wanted to have it before anyone else. Oh man, looking at this is just nostalgic. This is crazy. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys. Do not judge me, of course. You guys would never do that. I'm sure most of you guys can guess what color it was. But okay, I'm gonna show you, okay, ready?
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
I had a pair of some regular Nike Dunk Highs, and I decided to transform them into the Nike SB Tiffany Dunk Highs. You guys see that croc print? And see how glossy that is? Wow, we've definitely came a long way. Definitely came a long way. I decided to create what I can't have, because at the moment, I didn't have those sneakers, and I really, really wanted them. So I decided to create my own. Of course, we lived and we learned, and I taught myself on how to make the croc print look a little better. A lot better. I just thought it would be cool to show you guys my first ever custom sneaker. After I did that sneaker custom, I decided to do another custom sneaker for my favorite graffiti artist. At the time, I only had about 500 followers on Instagram, and you know, I was just trying to get out there like everyone else. And at the time, I didn't know who Sneakerhead in the Bay was. I didn't know what that was. I wouldn't really watch YouTube that much. I would just be on Instagram and just look at all these custom sneakers. And the way I met Sneakerhead in the Bay was through one of my friends. He wanted to buy a couple pairs of shoes off me because that's what I was doing at the time. I was buying and selling shoes. All I knew was that he made videos and he wanted to buy some shoes off me. My man thought he was the coolest guy with 10 subs. Nah, I'm just kidding. Totally joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And you know, Sneakerhead in the Bay did one of the nicest things that I will never ever forget. As most of you guys know, my father passed away about 5 years ago. Around the time when I was selling a pair of shoes to Sneakerhead in the Bay, he found out through my friend that he had passed away, and Sneakerhead in the Bay decided to hold a little donation with his audience that he already had. And he mentioned, hey, my buddy David is going through this right now. And then he gifted it to me about a week later, and it was one of the nicest things. I didn't meet Alex until he gifted me the money, and I did not expect anything at all. The only thing was I was just trying to sell him a pair of shoes. The next thing you know, that happens with my dad, and he holds a little charity donation for me. It's kind of unfortunate that we had to meet that way through those circumstances, but that's when he would talk to me, and that's when he convinced me to actually start a channel myself. And you know, that was also another reason why I started painting a lot more, because I needed something to kind of get my focus away from my father's passing. I needed a hobby. I wasn't doing much at the time. I stopped going to school just because I didn't want to go to school at the moment. You don't want to do anything when you're going through something like that. So I had to do something to get my mind off of the situation. That's when I started customizing sneakers, and I actually customized a pair of sneakers. If you guys remember, I gifted him a pair of some Nike Cortez Tiffany, because you guys know back then Tiffany was his thing, which he made a video for of me gifting to him. It was like a little surprise, and then he ended up selling them to someone for about $50. Just kidding, he still has them and he hasn't worn them yet because he doesn't want to mess them up, because he loves them too much, or at least that's what I think. So after some convincing from him, I started my own YouTube channel. And of course, all you guys know, my first sneaker custom was the Yeezy Roshi. After I made that video, I just started coming out with more ideas, and I wanted to share my passion with you guys. Which brings us here today, and why I'm talking in front of a camera. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I feel like a lot of you guys don't know where I came from. So that's kind of my story on how I started customizing sneakers, how I started YouTube, showing you guys my first custom sneaker, and just a little background information about me. I know this wasn't your average video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And the whole reason I want to share this with you guys also is because you guys can do anything you guys want. It took me 4 years to actually start painting my first pair of sneakers. So if you guys are in a similar situation and you want to start painting shoes but you don't know exactly how or what to do, you just gotta do it. Get the supplies first, get a sneaker, start painting. You gotta start somewhere. Don't wait 4 years like me just to start painting a pair of shoes. In one of the next videos, I want to teach you guys how you guys can get started yourself. I'll show you guys some of the tricks that I use and give you guys tons of tips, because you guys always ask me in my videos how to do this, how to do this. So I want to share that information with you guys. As always, if you guys want to purchase any painting products, link is in the description down below to purchase. If you guys have been rocking with me from day one, you guys are real ones, and I really do appreciate you guys. But anyways, let me know what you guys did think of this, and I will talk to you guys next time for the next video. It is your boy, Davidgotkicks. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.